Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Revel's Loyalty and Rewards, today's webinar. I'm your host, Matt Liano, and my co-pilot today is Anna Kessel, our corporate training team lead.
Good morning, everyone.
Thank you. She'll be fielding questions throughout the webinar and when we have our Q&A session at the end. Before we get into it, I do want to highlight our resources. This webinar is being recorded and will end up in our webinar section of Revel University. Pictured for you here in the left screenshot. And then when you do go to revelsystems.com/support, you can see the Revel University button here in the lower right-hand corner of your screen. This is where all the how-to videos are housed, as well as I mentioned, the webinars that we record. Today's agenda is pretty straightforward. We're going to be going over the loyalty and rewards function that is a part of Revel. This is an add-on feature, so if you are interested after this webinar, feel free to reach out to your sales exec for more details there. If you don't know who that is, feel free to email us and we'll point you in the right direction. So we're going to look at the structure of loyalty and rewards, how it's set up on your management console, how your customers would be accruing points to then redeem the rewards that you set up. We're also going to look at how loyalty and rewards ties into self-serve kiosk. So even if there's not an employee there to help redeem points, it's still possible for your customers to redeem rewards. We're also going to look at some other features that were enhanced, like automatic loyalty creation and a cashback feature. So starting with accruing points. You can accrue points 3 different ways. So you can do points per transaction. So this is, as you can see here on the right-hand side, you can allow your customers to earn 1 point for every transaction that's made within the establishment. You can also do points based on net purchase amount, and that expenditure is what you can set up actually. So for each point earned in this case, customers must spend $1 if we're looking at this setup right here. And you can also set up points for specific products. So this third setting here is set on each individual product. You can put in a set point amount, and this can be done through a spreadsheet or Excel to make it done, or so you can do it a little bit quicker. But just imagine going into your menu or your list of products, going into product details, and then there's going to be a field for a point value. Now, this accrual setting, depending on if you want to do one of them, all 3 of them, this is the only part where you would have to contact support to set this up. Everything else in terms of setting up the discounts, the redemptions, that can be done on your management console without contacting support. This is the last feature here. So the points for specific products, we're looking at advanced product details of a specific product, and we're looking at rewards options. So this is the field I just mentioned where you can put in that point value. And you can also put in something like, is it eligible for purchase rewards? Or do you want to put in a purchase reward multiplier? Things to consider if you want to do rewards options on specific products. Now, when creating a reward discount, it's similar to what you may have created before for your normal percentage off or your customer discount. But when creating a discount that will be redeemable by your customers, it needs to be tied to a loyalty. So discount function is important here. So for this specific discount, what this is saying is my customers can redeem points to receive $10 off their purchase. So my discount function is loyalty. I'm defining this rewards type as visits. So that way, when my customers are redeeming their points, the visits points are being deducted from. And then we go into the normal discount features like amount. I'm saying it's 10% off. And in this case, 100 points is needed for this redemption. So you set up exactly how many points are going to be needed for this specific reward. You can also do specific dates and times. So if you're doing something like a campaign where you come in from today until the end of the month to receive 20% off your purchase, you can set that time parameter here so the system can switch it on or off automatically. Now, when I'm looking at the point of sale system, and in this case, I'm saying if I don't have a customer facing display and I'm the employee and the customer After having added them to the order, the system will recognize that they have points available to be redeemed. So if I'm the employee, this is the screen I see on the point of sale. Now, if I'm looking at the customer facing display and I'm a customer, I can see this here. I see rewards available. I see my 3 different types of point values at the top there. And then I can pick and choose which one I want to redeem. So it is kind of nice to put that in control of the customer, have them, more engaged with the transaction. And if you only want to limit one redemption per transaction, you can absolutely do this. But in this example here, we're actually turning on, we're selecting 2 of these discounts here. And then lastly, they get a nice message saying thank you. They have some other information here given to them, like how much they've earned, their current rewards, and how many more points they need to reach for their next reward. So it is a nice little feature in there to drive a little bit more return business when they know that they have some points or they just need a few more points to get to their next level of reward. You can also turn on SMS notifications with loyalty and rewards. So as always with our system, anything SMS related does need to be turned on through an integration with Twilio. That's Twilio. That's our partner that makes the SMS integrations possible. So you can have a welcome message upon sign up. So when they submit their customer information, they receive a redemption reward number. They can receive SMS saying, hey, welcome to the program. And then you can set up some type of return business marketing, like a reminder message after 30 days of inactivity. They can be shot a SMS message saying, hey, here's a discount code, or here's something you can do on your next visit. Come on in. So with kiosk, kiosk first of all is our self-serve terminal. If you're not familiar with it, and with kiosk, customers can create their own profile from this terminal. And on the top screenshot here, when I allow customer creation, I can define what pieces of information that I want to gather from my customers who are using the self-service kiosk. So in this case, I'm asking for an email, phone number, and a birth date. Whenever they log into the system, they're going to be using a phone number here. And then if they want to access their profile from any kiosk, then they're going to need a phone number there. And then below that, for allow automatic loyalty generation, you can automatically allow this so that it's based on the customer's phone number. So it is a little bit easier for them to remember. They don't have to remember a separate number when they create their profile. All right, so looking at kiosk here, this is a test image that I wanted to show you, but the interface is exactly the same. So if I'm a customer and I'm at a self-serve kiosk, I click this new user generation here. And on the right-hand side, I'm going to be putting in my information, okay? And this is the new user link right down here. This is where I choose a PIN for the account for easy login. And then there's a simple, thank you for submitting your information. And then the customer can start their order and submit it. Now, when they look at their own profile after logging in, they'll see their loyalty number, which maybe is based on their phone number, how many rewards points they have in this case, and how many visit points. We just started this profile, so everything's at 0. We also have an automatic loyalty creation feature where it will eliminate the human aspect. So if your employee forgets to ask or a customer forgets to ask about joining the program, this can be turned on your management console, where when a new customer profile is added through the point of sale, the system will automatically say, hey, this customer does not have any linked rewards. Would you like to generate a reward number here? So that's what we're looking at on the left side. You can define how many digits you want this number to be. In this case, it wouldn't be tied to their phone number unless you went in and actually changed this, but it will change their number here on the right-hand side for you. One other thing that was added that can help define who your customers are and who is redeeming rewards is adding in a customer type. So if you have multiple people from a company or a company entity that you want to add to your customer list, and you want the company itself to be accruing points and redeeming rewards, you can be sure that the company or individual feature is turned on your management console. So what this means is when you go in to add in a customer, you have the option right here of defining, is it an individual or a company? And if you do choose company, rather than filling in the first and last name, you're filling in the company name there on the left-hand side. So now when you go to manage your customers or add them to the order, they'll appear on your list as a company rather than that individual entity. And lastly, we have cashback rewards. So cashback rewards is available in the loyalty section. It has its own subsection called cashback rewards. And after turning it on, you can label the reward. So when it shows up on the point of sale system, it'll be labeled with whatever you put in this field here. And then you have the ability to choose how much each point will earn in this section right here. So in this case, we're going for a cent. And then this is going to go with the purchases program as we've defined it in these settings here. So now when I go to redeem this on my point of sale system, based on the parameters I just set for this particular customer here, I have a cashback reward available for $3 because I have 300 points available. And I had said that in the management console, that value is set to 1 cent. So when I select this reward and add it to my system, we'll see on the right-hand screenshot there, the discount tax onto the order, showing me $3 off based on a cashback discount, and I can continue with the order. All right. So that was the overview with loyalty and rewards. Remember that when setting up the program, the 3 ways that customers will be able to accrue points is set up with support. So that will be a call with support you'll have. And in terms of adding the loyalty and rewards add-on to your Revel platform, contact your sales exec. If you don't know who that is, email training@revelsystems.com and we can point you in the right direction. At this point, I'm going to reel Anna in here and go over the questions that we've received during the presentation.
So Matt just answered one of them, which was, again, how do I even set up loyalty? How do I get loyalty? So that's to contact your sales executive. If you don't know who that is, feel free to email the email that you guys see on your screen right now, training@revelsystems.com, and we will make sure to connect you to someone who can assist you and walk you through the process of setting up a loyalty program. They can even show it to you any way that you might want to kind of test it out. You can get a demo. So that's kind of a nice way to get that personalized touch. We also have a question that just came in that says, what reporting is available and can I get an Excel extract of customer data with balances? So we do have a report and most of our reports, I believe that one definitely is possible to export with Excel so that you can manipulate the data however it is that you want. So the answer to that is yes. Can loyalty be applied to existing customers automatically?
It is automatically prompted on generation. So when creating a new customer, for any existing customer, you would have to go in and link a rewards number, which could be done quickly through a spreadsheet or Excel if you didn't want to go into the POS system and do it one by one.
And if you already have, to add on to that, if you already have your customer phone numbers in your CRM and that's something that you want to use for the loyalty program, you can export your CRM data and essentially copy the column of phone numbers and put that into the column for generating the loyalty rewards number, and it could be a really simple fix that way. Another one we have is any issue with using the program between multiple countries and currencies? I'm actually not sure of that off the top of my head. when I think about it, you set up your loyalty program. You can set it up establishment based on every establishment. So you can have different loyalty programs based in your separate establishments. You can also have different values, different loyalty discounts, different rewards and redemptions. So you can set them up individually. I'm not sure about it being in different, I don't think it would be an issue actually with different currencies. Again, you would just have to have customized loyalty programs set up. You can have a general one set up to essentially push to all of your establishments and then make the changes at the establishment level if that's something that you need to do. So I think it should definitely work through that. Can you talk more about SMS messages to customers? Are the reminders automatic or can they be tailored? Which SMS messages were we talking through here?
For loyalty SMS messaging, the messaging can be customized for your customer base, of course, with the frequency that they're sent. I believe right now it's only sent upon sign up and then after 30 days of inactivity. So in terms of, being able to push an SMS message whenever you want based on loyalty, I don't think that's available.
What we do have for that is campaigns, but campaigns are generally run through the add-on module of either online ordering or the custom commerce app. With that, you also, again, have your integration with Twilio. Campaigns also gives you the ability to send emails, but again, you would have to have an online ordering integration or a custom commerce, which is essentially your own online ordering app type of thing that would be added on to the custom commerce app that Revel houses. So there are a couple of options there. Do I need extra software to use the loyalty program? No. So all you have to do is talk to your sales exec to be able to get this set up. Once it is enabled by support on our end, then you can essentially build your loyalty program all within the Revel platform. How do I assign a loyalty number? So if you have to assign a loyalty number, there's a couple ways that you can do it. First, on the POS, you can go to your CRM. And once you're in the CRM, there is a section that allows you to create rewards. If you go into the settings, if you have access on the POS to manage your settings or even add loyalty, you can easily create a reward card there. Additionally, in the management console of the CRM, if you go to the employee profile, there is a rewards section. So there's a few different ways that you can assign loyalty numbers and create those cards for your customers. What is the most common point system used? It is honestly dependent on what the customer would want. So if you have something that is dollar value, so I get a point per dollar or a point per visit or a point per, what's our third one, for specific items, it honestly will depend. The customization is unlimited. I think the simplest one in terms of most common would be just either a point per transaction or a point for each dollar or a cent for each dollar, whatever that value you want to set up is. The one where you have to have specific items actually giving that point value, there is more setup there. So I think that one would be a little less common. And I think that's it for right now. We're not seeing, yeah, so we had, how can I see a live demo essentially? A live demo, again, like I said, even customized to fit your needs would be done through your sales rep. So it's kind of that one-on-one time. You say that you want to see loyalty and they'll be able to walk you through the program live right there. All right, okay, and now I think that's it. Don't see, every time I say that, you guys are coming up with more questions. I love it. What service does this Twilio integration provide? So Twilio essentially, you are required to have Twilio if you want to have the ability to send SMS, so text messages, through Revel. So that integration essentially provides that ability. I'm scared to say that we're done with questions because another one's going to pop up.
Well, yes, if anything else comes